Alright, what's up? It's Guubums again, back with another guide. This is going to be part 2 of my 3-part series for ranking every single augment in the game. I just hit rank 1, so figured there's no better time to put out a guide. Obviously, they just removed the stats, and a lot of people are kind of like looking for a lot of help for their augments, and I think I'm in a pretty good position to help you guys with it, so here we go. Onto the gold augments for this video, obviously, part 2. Once again, I'm going to say that for 99% of players, if you see an augment in D tier, pick it under no circumstances. Is probably just a decent framework to work with. Obviously, like good players will know, like more experienced players will know when to take these augments, but it's better not to just take them. And then I'll try to order them within the tier as best as I can, but obviously it's not going to always be that easy. So yeah, bear with me. You think, oh, this thing is like slightly better than that thing, and like, who cares? Ideally, you actually watch the silver video, because the thing is, I'm filming these back to back, and I literally just talked about like half these augments. And the thing is, right, a lot of the reasons why like the silver is good, the gold will also be good. So I don't really want to repeat myself. Let's get into it. Code above, S tier. This one is like, this is straight up broken. Any AD comp uses a Deathblade. Deathblade's like probably the best AD item in the game, and this gives gold. Literally, what more can you want? Adrenaline Rush. This is pretty bad, but it's like good in like Ravenous Hunter and in like Darius carry kind of, like if you're playing Juggernauts, but I'd say like for now it's like too situational, and even when you hit the situation where it's good, it's not like that good, right? All natural, low B, like very low bottom of B, but it's like pretty good. If you saw my silver video, it's pretty much the same idea as that. All that shimmer is probably the best augment in the game. I don't even have to talk about this, right? Honestly, like we all know this one's just straight up broken. A lot of the items are broken. It's also like probably the most fun 2-1 augment in the game for a lot of players, for the obvious reason it just like gives you so much free stuff. It's like, I don't know, this augment's sick. Ancient Archives, probably A tier. This one's a little bit too hard to use. I've talked about this augment so many times, I probably don't have to talk about it too much, but it's like really strong if you know all the lines. Ascension, straight garbage. Balance budget. I thought about this for like half a second. I'm like, is it like straight garbage? Yeah, it's straight garbage. But is it untakeable? No. Balance budget is untakeable. Bastion Crest, C tier. A little bit too situational. Bastions are bad right now. If Bastions were better, maybe this would be good. Like, obviously in the past this was good, but like, I don't really believe in this. Battle Ready, probably B tier. This is a legend specific, so it's like hard to say exactly how good it is. Obviously, I don't get to play with it that much. Okay, the thing is like this tier maker isn't updated perfectly. So if it has like numbers reflecting the old ones, if I don't remember exactly what it does, especially if it's a legend specific augment, I'm just going to base off like what it says in this little tooltip. But if I make a wrong assumption, because I'm given the wrong information, like don't blame me too hard, you know. Big grab bag. This one's always pretty good. Another legend specific. I think this might actually be the wrong numbers again, but I'm not entirely sure. I think it's the right numbers. I think it's to give 12 gold. Bruiser Crest is good. Same thing as Bruiser +1 earlier. Built diff. Better to not take this right now. I know it got buffed. This augment is like straight up an augment check, because if you pair this with like, for example, social distancing, like stuff that gives you AD, certain other augments, like tons of stats, like pretty much if you stack this with other combat augments, it's so strong. But if you don't, like, it's so mid. And it's also a really hard augment to play, especially for lesser experienced players. That I don't really like. I almost want to put this in D tier, but I know it's not in D tier. Buried Treasure. This obviously used to be S, but like not anymore. Capricious Forge, easy S. This one I don't even have to talk about. It's like one of the best win streak augments in the game. It's really good on 2-1 and 3-2. Less good on 4-2. I mean, you just put it on like any random upgraded unit, it's just straight up broken. Caretaker's Favor. Yeah, never take that. Challenger Quest, probably top of B. It's only less good because challengers are less than meta, same thing as before, but like putting this on a late game unit such as Aatrox, Belveth, or Heimerdinger, or Senna, all really solid. So yeah, this augment's pretty good. Chemtech enhancements, like C. Even though 6 on is like probably my favorite comp in the game, this is not that good. Combat Caster, okay, so here's the thing. This is like one of the most situational augments of all time. It's really, really broken in like caster comps such as like Source and in Invokers. Invokers, it's like S tier, right? Like it's like top 3 augments you can even possibly get. So like it's really also really good in Ionia comp, just because like, I don't know, it's just the way it works. It's probably like an A tier comp in Ionia comp. But this is like super situational. But the thing is, in the situations that it's good, it's so good, and it's generic enough that like it's reasonable even in the situations where it's mid. So I'm happy putting this in A tier. More generally speaking, I'll put like more situational stuff lower on the tier list, but like when this is good, it's just so good that I have to put it in A tier. Contagion's just easy S probably. Easy like a super low S nevertheless. Just really good generic combat augment. Probably Bulk, bottom of A, top of B, top of B. This is not as good as the silver. It's just like relative to other gold augments, the HP this gives you is just not that high. Unlike, that's not true for Leech though. I think Leech is like So interestingly, like in the silver, you'll notice that like I put bulk above leech. Leech is for sure above bulk in the gold. It's just the way it works. I don't know. It's unfortunate, but that's just the way it works. It's a little bit confusing, but yeah. Deadeye Crest, or bottom of C. Barely have to talk about this one. This thing sucks. Dedication. Just because like I know the other like pro players are not watching this, I'm just gonna leave this thing in D. Do not take this garbage. Do not take this garbage. It is so bad. But there are cases where it's okay. Just don't take this. Whatever, it's fine. The defensive dash. Challenges are not meta, so it's influencing my decision making, but it's actually pretty good. But top of C tier I think is fine. Demacia Crest, Demon Flare. This is actually okay, but like pretty much once again, like since it's like this is like a video made for like lesser experienced players a lot of time, it's just better to leave a lot of these things in D tier. Just trust. Double Trouble. By the time this video ages a bit, this is going to be really good because they're nerfing Talia. Okay, I can't put it below B tier. This Augment's hard to play aside from Talia, so if you're playing Talia, it's like S+ tier. If you're not, it's like mid most of the time, but there are cases where it's even better than mid. But this Augment's like a little bit too complex to explain exactly. It might look simple, but it's actually like a pretty complex Augment. I think like this one scales definitely with how experienced you are as a player, so it's hard. Dueling Gunners is pretty good. Zeri is one of the best comps in the game, so obviously you can only take this if you're taking Gunners, so it's like as situational as it gets, but you only offered it when you're playing Gunners. So like pretty good. It's just like strong combat. It's just really good. Early education. I don't even know what to talk about this one. This one's like the problem with this one is like most comps can't make use of it. Like the only one is like Talia. But if you're playing Talia in the early game, you're not even killing anything. So it's like, is this even good? No. Endurance training, S. Easily. Super situational. You pretty much have to have units that you know you're going to play at the end of the game on your 2-1 board when you take this. It's only offered on 2-1. So like that probably means Darius, probably means Cat, probably means Noxus. Shocking to absolutely no one, right? Probably means like Zed or like a real comp. Probably means like Auction. Stuff it's like this probably means like Rek'Sai, right? Like, but in those comps, in those situations, it's so strong that this is just easily. And I was like, I could actually see this, but like I won't do that. I mean, let's be honest. This thing is unbeatable. But yeah, this thing's pretty good. But only if you have the situation for it. Escort Quest. Better players can make better use of this. Like, you'll find that, like, really good players, especially if they have a win streak board, will take this. If you hit, like, 2-1, 2-2, you cash out your quest, it's already really strong. Okay, I like that. Final grab bag. Generically pretty good, I guess. Freljord Heart is generically pretty bad. Like, middles. Like, the thing is, I already know people are going to get at me for putting this here. Because like obviously Freljord is like the most common thing in the meta right now, and it probably will be moving forward, especially if it doesn't see that many nerfs. But the thing is, 4 Freljord is not that good, and this Augment in general is just not that good. It's like 3 Freljord is what's broken, it's not 4 Freljord, and like the jump from 3 to 4 is just not that good. Like I don't know, this Augment is like hella overrated. Frequent Flyer. This one's good. Situational, obviously. I can't even explain the exact situation on where to take this. I've only taken it a couple times myself, but it's like right there. It's like on the verge of actually being broken, but it's like only good for reroll comps as well. And you also like want to like reroll early, and then like after you finish rerolling, you also kind of want to roll more. It's like, I don't know. It's hard to explain this one exactly. Gargantuan Resolve, top of C. It's really decent if you can angle the Titans comps, which is like Zed, Darius, Rek'Sai, but you also already need to have one, and the actual effect it gives is terrible. It's just, it gives you a Titans, which is like pretty good. Goes on the Fallen, A minus, A. It used to be S+ tier, but after the nerfs, it's not that good. Glacial Breeze, A. Because Freljord is playable in pretty much every single comp, this is going to be pretty good. So, yeah. It's just like generically pretty strong. Gotta go fast. I'm going to leave this in C tier for now. I know there are comps that technically use this that are strong, but it's like too niche right now. And it's also legend specific, so like I'd prefer to put this on a lower tier right now. I know like this has the potential of being actually really good, but for now, it's just better to put this here. Gunner Crest, it's pretty good. It's like as good as like Gunner Heart, maybe slightly worse. I don't know, it's probably just B tier. Harm Assist, same thing as Harm Assist Silver. Haunted Shell, never take this. Healing Orbs, pretty good. Same as Silver. Hustler, probably there. Idealism, S tier. Infusion, here, I think. It's a very comp-specific augment. The high end is like multicasters, but multicast is out of meta right now, but it's like pretty good in general. Invoker Crest, similar thing, honestly. Ionia Crest, it's really good just because it's so good on the legendaries, but Ionia Crest in general is like such a noob trap because like people think it's like Ionia Spat Kai'Sa is good. Ionia Spat Kai'Sa is legit horrible. Ionia Spat Aphelios is okay. You only really want to put this on the 5 cost. So like, yeah, place to learn. Legend specific augment, but it lets you go fast 9, so it's pretty good. Item grab bag 2. It's pretty good, but it's legend specific. So I don't know. I don't have that much experience with it, but just like reading it's pretty good. Like I don't even know which legend gives it, to be completely honest with you. I don't play that legend, obviously. But if you do play that legend, this augment is definitely good. I'm just reading it. Jewel Lotus, mid. Job well done is pretty good. Juggernaut, Crest, pretty good. Know your enemy is definitely good. Worse than Cybers. It's worse than gifts. Knowledge download, don't take that. Last stand is bottom of B, probably. Library card, don't take this. Long distance pals, top of A. Used to be S plus tier, obviously, but after the nerfs, it's just like good. Plumbing Invocation is probably broken, definitely broken, but super situational. Obviously, you're only playing this in the Evoker comp, but like in that comp, it's broken. Magic Wand, generic as hell. This is going to be tier. It's probably the worst of the generic ones, so I'm going to put it lower now, just because I anticipate that the other ones will be better, but we'll see. I might have to move this one a bit. Mana Burn, easy S minus tier. Don't even have to talk about that. Martyr, easy bottom of B tier. Medium Forge, easy top of A tier. Metabolic, top of C tier. Money, okay, whatever. That thing doesn't do anything. This thing is super broken. This thing is so broken when it's broken that it just has to go like here. But this, okay, this augment is only good if you already know you're playing around Bastions. You can't take this 2-1 and just go play Bastion. It's not worth it. But like, say you're already playing a Bastion comp, you get this on 3-2, 4-2. It's so broken. Multi-class are hard. Don't ever take that. This thing is, sure. Noxus Crest, it's here somewhere. Overcharged, definitely here. Once again, this is only really good if you're already playing around Sorks. Like, taking this 2-1 is like, generally speaking, a losing play, but it's so broken that when you hit, yeah, it's probably good. Pandora's items, straight garbage, but whatever, you can take it sometimes if you want. Like, I know Reddit and YouTube comments and Twitch chat are going to tell you this thing is the most broken thing of all time. It is straight garbage, but whatever. Parting Gifts, broken as hell. You really just want to play this with like ZZ Rod or War Monks, but it is broken as hell. It's up here somewhere. Patient Study, it's pretty good. Mid B. It's a legend specific, so it's like pretty much like legend specifics are so hard to rank just because like I don't have that much experience with them. Like, I mean, I have a bunch of games, but like I can't just play every legend. I'm only ever going to play the good ones anyway. I know I've played this one specifically, but like it's okay. It's like middle B, whatever. Perfected Repetition is straight garbage. Push Detroit Shackles is like really bad. Piltover Heart is broken. If you know how to play Piltover, this thing is just probably S tier, right? Portable Forge, top of A. Pumping Up Gold is really good. I'd say like middle of A. Ravenous Hunter, broken. Like super broken, in fact. It's getting nerfed though, so I don't want to put it that high. Cut on Investment. Top of mid C tier somewhere. I don't know. It's like, it's situational, but it actually has, like reasonable upside. Rich Got Richer. C and C. Put them both in like C. They're both actually Rich Got Richer plus is so much worse than Rich Got Richer. Rift Walk is straight up broken, but this thing is also getting nerfed, so be careful. I guess like depending on when you're watching this thing might already be nerfed. Road Crest, straight garbage. Rolling for Days, straight garbage. Salvage Bin plus, both really bad, but they're not Rich Got Richer bad, and they're not Pandora's items bad. But actually, they might be Pandora's items bad, aren't they? Just because like you lose so much from having a full item bench on your transition turn, that is probably just terrible. Okay, never take this. Scrappy Inventions, mid B. See, okay, never take that. Scent Spirit, definitely good. Definitely like middle of B. There's so many gold augments. Shadow Isle Crest is pretty good. Bottom of B. Shimmering Inventors. Okay, 99.99% of players should never take this, but if it gives you 2-1 Piltover, it's pretty good, but it is literally, this augment just says Gain and Echo, it's okay. Let's put this in D. Shoplifting, vast majority of players, it's in D, but it's like on Rich Got Richer tier. Shurima Crest is definitely really good. Yeah, probably there's Shurima. 7 Shurima is really good right now. Shurima's Legacy, easy S tier. Easy S tier. This thing is so broken. It just looks like way too much damage. It gives you like so much direction at the start of the game. Obviously, it's like worse later on. Silver Ticket. This thing sucks. Whatever. I could just put somewhere random. Slayer Crest. Okay, same thing as Slayer Heart. Depending on the meta, it's really strong. The effect is really strong, so I'm willing to put it B tier. But it's actually really quite bad right now. Like, I already know I'm going to get a little bit of flack for putting this here. Like, someone's going to look at this and like, well, why are you even putting this here? But like, realistically, when it's strong, it's really strong. So I'm just going to like leave it here. Slayer's Resolve. Same idea, I guess. Sentinel Spirit is like way better than that. What am I doing? Sentinel Spirit is like definitely like mid-A tier. It's the same thing as Shurima's Legacy actually, but like worse just because of the current meta. Like Morning Light definitely shouldn't be this high. Let's go put this down a bit. I'll rearrange them at the end of the video. Sleight of Hand, straight garbage. No, it gives you a TG. It can't be that bad. It's definitely like here. Social distancing, easy S, same thing as before, probably here. Sorcerer Crest, same thing as Sorcerer Heart. It just allows you to play sorcerers so much better that it's like really strong. Is it worse than bulk? Bulk is worse than like a lot of these actually. Ordering this is gonna take a long time, honestly, but for the most part, just listen to my words, it's like a mid to high B tier. Spoils of War, never take. Stable is pretty good, but not that good because you're playing a bad comp. Bottom of B. Stars Are Born, bottom of B. Stolacorn's Blessing, top of B, bottom of A. I mean, this thing giving you a Tarek and Soraka is so good. Just because in the early game, like getting those 2 units solves your early game. It's also really good because those units are like pretty playable. Aphelios is meta right now, so you can just play like Aphelios Tarek or Aphelios Soraka late game. Generally just like pretty reasonable. The effect is also strong. It's either bottom of A, mid A. I'm looking at these as like they don't look right, but then when I see what's higher than them, it's like it kind of looks right. Strategist, Heart. Holy, okay, this thing is so bad after the nerfs. Hopefully they buff this back. This thing used to be good, but it's so bad. This thing is like A tier. Yeah, it's like the same as like all these other like Glacial Breeze type stuff, but it's like a little bit more, it's a little bit more specific, and in the current meta, Deadeyes are just strong, so like obviously this is like super meta dependent, but it's really good. Tactical Superiority, Strategists suck right now, so it's bad. Targon Heart, terrible, actually, sure. The Boss. It's definitely good. I don't know. I don't think the boss is a reroll comp. I notice a lot of like people just think that you just reroll this, but honestly, you can just take this to push levels. It just makes your set so strong, makes your board so strong. It's pretty good, but like it's not that good. 3's Company, it's D tier, it's fine. 3 the Crowd, easy like S+. Is it better than Ravenous? Probably not. Is it better than Riftwalk? Probably not. It's definitely like here. Yeah, Tiny Power Gold. Actually, it's so generic that it's like it's probably just a mid-tier B. Titanic Strength, really good when it's good. Bruisers are about to be meta probably, but they're not meta yet. Whatever, just bottom of B is probably fine. Tons of stats, easy S+ augment, probably here. Yeah. Total Dom is middle of A somewhere. Like same thing as like these Sentinel Spirit, Shurima's Legacy, that type of stuff. Shurima's Legacy is probably better, I want to say. Great Sector, oh, this one's really good. But it's like, it's not that good. It's just because out of meta, rerolls out of meta. But when rerolls meta, this thing was like, it's not that good anymore. Bottom of A. Yeah, I like bottom of A. Training Reward, okay, it's pretty good, I guess. Transfusion Gold is like pretty good. Yeah, I'll put it here. Too healthy, top of A, probably. Unburdened, bottom B. Unified, S+, or like S. It's not, actually, no, this is easily S+ tier. Like, I'm thinking about it, this is S+ tier. I mean, it just reads your entire team, gains armor and MR. It's just so good, no? Like, it doesn't, you don't even have to pay anything for this. Like, 3 units in the same row, doesn't everybody just position like that to begin with? I don't even know. Like, this augment is so good. I feel like it's gone underrated in the past, like, couple weeks by like the really good players, but like it's so good. Unstable Yordle Delivery, I guess it's pretty good, but like it's not that good. Yeah, somewhere here. Vampiric Blades, dump that into Z- tier. Void Crest, top of B tier maybe. Really easy to play, but like you're just playing for a 4th if you take this, so it's like whatever. Well-known Comforts, Legend specific, and it's also not very good. Middle of C. What doesn't kill you? Middle of C. Winds of War, don't ever take that. You have my sword is really strong. You have my bow is like less strong, but like pretty good. Zon Crest, broken. Especially right now. It's okay, do not take this on 2-1, but like if you know your Zons, this has the potential. It's like so much potential upside. Okay, yeah, this looks like the tier list to me. I'm going to, once again, like leave a picture in the description below of like this entire thing. With no context, a lot of these are going to be rough, and it's ordered like the best I can, but obviously if I'm doing it in a video, it's not going to be like the best thing in the world. Like it could be better for sure, but yeah, I guess if you have any questions, like leave them in the description below. This one was a lot harder than the silver one, just because like there's so many augments, and like the ordering is like not exactly good or bad. Like I know someone's gonna look at this and be like, oh, there's no way you put this thing is better than that thing. Like this one's so much better than that one. It's like, okay, realistically, they're probably like roughly in the same tier. It's like close enough, right? Like if I get something wrong, I get something wrong. But like for vast majority of people watching this, just take my word for it. Like honestly, you'll probably be better off. But yeah, that's the video. This is part 2, obviously. Look out for part 3 whenever that comes out. And yeah, good luck in your games. And if you're looking to watch my Twitch, it's the same thing at Guubums. Subscribe, leave a like, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Peace.